Hey guys, Tracy here, and today I am going to tell you how we installed our own washer and dryer in our tiny home. I'm going to talk a little bit about which dryer and washer we chose and why we did, and how we got this amazing price on it, and all the other details. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and roll tape. You'll see me here, Lonnie and I are bringing this really heavy washer and dryer into the house. It is a combo washer and dryer. I did purchase this from Best Buy, and this is the Whirlpool 1.6 cubic top load washer with 3.4 cubic foot electric dryer. So it's relatively a small washer and relatively a small dryer, but again, I live in a small house. This washer and dryer retails for $1,439.99, and I definitely did not pay that. In fact, I was not even going to buy a washer and dryer at this point because I still have the washer and dryer that I was using in the RV, although it's not like the best of all setup, but I still had it, so I was planning on using that. But I actually ended up finding this as a open box item at our local Best Buy. So I actually only ended up paying $559.99 for it. So it was 41% off. I could not pass up that deal because every combo washer and dryer was going to cost us at least $1,000. In fact, this very same model Costco had, and Costco clearanced it out at $999.97. So that was their last price. So you could get a good deal there, but they were out of stock. So it really wasn't my plan or in my budget, but when we saw the floor model and we saw that it was open box, but it was in excellent condition, there were no dents or scratches on it, and it was the cheapest one there, we were like, okay, we got to pull the trigger on this one and get this little washer and dryer. So we went ahead and bought it. I did end up purchasing the 5-year Geek Squad protection. That was $140, like basically $139.99. But I wanted to get it because it was an open box item, and I didn't want to have to like return it ever because it's super heavy and so complicated to get it loaded and drive it to the store, and it's just a big hassle. And I thought, well, for $140, if anything happens to it, then Best Buy is going to send someone to my house to come fix it, and we will avoid all kinds of problems. I just was wary at the fact that it was an open box and I didn't know why it was returned. So I thought, well, let me just buy the warranty, and that gives us 5 years of not really having to worry about anything going wrong. So that really brought it up to, let's see. The total cost was $748.14 out the door. Lonnie and I had been looking for washers and dryers. It was not on a list to buy this month, but it was on our list to buy. One of the main criteria for us was size. I had to make sure that it actually fit in the little small space that they gave us here in our tiny home. I had seen some people do the front loading washers and the front loading dryers. I have seen people do the combo washer and dryer, but really those would have fit, but they would have been super, super tight. And I just didn't want to risk having someone come to install a washer and dryer that didn't fit. So when I measured the opening for the washer and dryer, I measured it at about 26 inches. The washer and dryer that you see us trying to install right now has a dimension of, let me go ahead and pull that up so I can tell you exactly what that dimension is, because it's important to really know your sizes in your tiny house, because the last thing you want to do is have something brought over and then it not fit. But the product width, according to the website, was 23 inches and 23 and 7/8 inches, so about 24 inches, which meant that I really should have had about an inch on each side. And you'll see later that I don't have that extra inch, so something is off. And I did measure that opening at 26 inches. So I'm glad I didn't pick a larger one because I really don't think it would have fit, and to have somebody come all the way out there for that would have just been problematic. So at this point, Lonnie and I are just moving the washer and dryer. Again, it is really, really heavy, and we're trying to figure out what is the best way to install it ourselves. And what we ended up doing is pushing the bed over as far as we could, standing the washer back up, and then pushing it in. And that was very, very tight. And we barely made it, but we were able to get it installed. Right, so we managed to squeeze it in. Here it is. Currently missing the plug. I don't know where that is. So maybe hopefully in the back of the truck. And a new washer. And when I measured the washer, here's the inside of it. There's the dryer. Now when I measured this at like 26 inches. And this is supposed to be like 23 inches to 23 to 24 inches this way. So I was supposed to have a good 2 inches. So I'm not sure if maybe they were thinking when they measured it like the dryer, because look at the difference. So I don't know. But we need to get hoses. We need to find the electrical cord. And if we don't have the electrical cord, we're going to have to call Best Buy and find out where it went. So most washers will come with a plug, but your dryer is the one that's unique to your home. So that's why we're a little confused about why it didn't come with a plug the other day. So we ordered it. It's on its way here, and Lonnie is installing it. Yay! We're going to be able to do our laundry soon. What you doing?
Okay, I'm installing the plug for the washer and dryer. So we learned that every time you get your washer and dryer, you need to get your own plug, because the wall plug could be different, so they don't want to send you with one that's not right. So when you buy a washer and dryer, then you gotta get the plug and the water connection. So,
how much was the plug?
It was like $15-16. It wasn't a lot. Mm-hmm. And it was on Amazon. Easy to get. You just look at how many. So you gotta look at the configuration of your plug on the wall, and make sure what you get matches it.
Okay. And then you have to screw it in there?
Yeah, so it has this little contraption here that's like takes the tension off the wire so that you can't pull it out and pull on the leads and stuff. So that comes with I think it came with the wire. And then there are 3 leads here. So there are 3 leads here. So black, white, red. It's obvious here. We have a black way up here. So black, red, white, and green is gonna go right here. So I have to get a different thing that I got in my other toolbox to open that up. But that's just the ground. And they ground it on the back side, so there's a wire I can feel it that goes to here. So they say in some of them it's just sitting here, and then it's connected to something different, and then you connect it. But they already connected to ground back here. So we'll connect that, and then this powers both units.
So black goes to black?
Yep.
White goes to white, and red goes to red?
Yep.
Seems simple enough.
Simple enough, and then you put the little plate back on, and then we connect the water, and then this is the vent hose. Okay. And Clever Tiny gave us that.
The vent hose?
The vent hose in that box.
Okay, thank you. Yay! We have a working washer and dryer. Hooray!